What's up, everybody? We just got a major update for Halloween Horror Nights here in Orlando, Florida. Are you guys excited? Because I'm super excited. I know it's March, but you have to understand that all of these things have been in the works for months already. As a matter of fact, as soon as the season ends last year, it literally starts again. So I'm very excited to start talking about these speculations that have come about. There's some maps, we've got ticket prices, they're all available, everything's online, and an extra special event that is happening this year that is like none other because it's happening 2 nights. Coming to you live from the slopes of Breckenridge. So, on that note, let's get into what is actually real and what might just be a rumor. So officially, it is running from August 28th until November 1st. So we're getting August, September, October. We're getting 2 solid months of Horror Nights. That's tons of weeks. You have plenty of opportunities to go. And over the course of these 2 months, the ticket prices are going up and down all over the place. So if you are on a budget, I 100% would take a look, plan it out. You can pick your dates now. You can get everything in the can, get it set it in stone, get it on the schedule, and you can save some real money that way. Especially if you purchase your tickets online, you save way more than at the gate. Sorry, what's that? I'm getting something. This just in, the icons have been confirmed. That's right, folks. We're getting not only 1, but 2 of your favorites. Now, one happened a couple of years ago, so he's not really, I don't know if his legendary status is there yet, but there is an actual legend that will be appearing, and that is Jack. Everybody loves Jack. And if you don't know Jack, then you're gonna get to know him this year. I officially attended a Horror Nights that Jack was a part of, but it was my first one ever, and I was so terrified. I don't even remember him, so I'm actually really looking forward to meeting Jack for the first time this year, and you know, hopefully I'll get a chance to pick his brain about this new Oddfellow. What do you guys think about him? I thought it was a really cool twist on the story to keep the lore going. I know a ton of people are super into Jack's whole backstory and, you know, the circus, and he's got his, is it his sister or his cousin? Who's Chance? Is this his little sister? I'm sure you guys know. Put it down in the comments if you know. Who is Chance? I 100% grew up seeing these commercials come on, and I would change the channel faster than you could, you know, do anything. I was so terrified of how they made these, this whole production looked so scary to me based on these commercials. So I never actually went, and I grew up in Florida. The first time I ever went was in California. And like I said, it was absolutely terrifying. I did not know what I was getting myself into, but I will say this, practice makes perfect. Because when I moved back to Florida, I started going, and believe it or not, if you go like 40 times in a year, you'll probably be able to appreciate it for more of the production value and everything. I will say I still scream. I still do get startled. There's nothing that can stop you from having a jump scare, but I will say I can appreciate everything a lot more now that I'm just not so scared. But those commercials traumatized me. Did you guys remember those commercials growing up? They would come on all the time, especially when I was home alone, and I was just like, no. There's so many. It's seared into my brain, actually. Like, it's terrifying. The official theme of HHN 35 is going to be chaos versus control. Now, who do you think is going to be the chaos and who do you think is going to be the control? Is Jack the chaos? Is Oddfellow the control? I don't know. I'd say they're both pretty chaotic, right? But maybe since Oddfellow is the one who trapped Jack in the box, maybe he's the control and Jack is the chaos? I don't know. I guess only time will tell, right? This is definitely shaping up to be a full icon-driven year, which really makes sense because it is the 35th anniversary. Oh, wow, I can't believe that it started just 2 years after I was born. Quite a long time that this thing's been going. And if you have never had the chance to do it, I'd say this is the year because it's gonna be all hands on deck. You know, it's a huge anniversary for them. So I can only imagine that they're gonna bring everything that they got. All right, let's move on to the tickets. So they're already up on the website. We've got the real pricing. Single tickets are starting just under $90, $87.99 plus tax, all that jazz, you know, the stuff that they add in there, the handling fees. As I said before, premium Scream Night is going to be $3.99. But if you think about it, 1 day ticket plus express, yada, yada, yada. It's probably gonna make more sense, especially if you're gonna make this a one-night thing. Now, if you're not like me and you have to go more than one night, you have 2 chances this year to do the premium Scream Night. And we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But I say, start saving now. You could save up $3.99 and do this premium Scream Night. Is gonna be awesome this year, and I just know it. Single night tickets are $87.99. You wanna add an express on there, it's starting around $169. All of these prices are gonna fluctuate throughout the season. You have to take a look at which day you wanna go because some days are gonna be a little bit more economically priced than others. So plan it out, make some plans, put some stuff on the books. It's good sometimes. RIP tours, also $3.99. Same thing as like the premium Scream Night. You do get a guide and you do get a meal before, but I have attended an RIP tour before and it was a great experience. It is a little difficult unless you're close to the host to hear the story, to hear the lore that they're giving you on each of the houses before you go inside of them, because the actual event is still going on and it's loud. It's a loud event. People are talking, they're screaming, they're drinking. So you gotta really be up there and close, and if you're not really that kind of person, I would maybe skip the RIP tour unless you're really just looking for like a VIP experience of being walked from house to house, not waiting in line. They do walk you right to the front, which is really nice. You feel very special. There's also private bars along the way that no one else has access to, bathroom breaks. Everything is very nicely planned out. I will say though, it happens quick. They are pretty much getting you in. And if your whole group is not just your friends, they may be voting on doing certain things like going to see some of the shows or stopping to go get a drink, and you might not get a chance to you might get outvoted is what I'm saying. The year that I went, a lot of people wanted to go see the show. I didn't really want to, and I kind of just preferred to keep on going through the houses and seeing them, keep the momentum going. And some of the other people didn't want to do that. So, like I said, your plans might have to be flexible. If it's just you going into the group that's not private for the RIP tour, chances are things might not be exactly how you planned. If you're gonna go in October, let me give you this little bit of advice. You're probably gonna want Express. The thing is, sometimes Express sells out. So you are gonna want to purchase that in advance. That way you know you're locked in, and you're also locked in at the best price. The prices can go up based on availability. However, if you're one of the people who likes to get there late, they do have a discounted express after a certain time. I do not remember exactly. I want to say, was it after 11, maybe midnight? But it was just enough time that you could probably still bang out all the houses and use that express at nearly half the price of what it would be if you purchased it at the beginning of the night. Now, if you're an early bird like me, there is the Scream Early ticket, and that is an additional $70 on top of your regular nightly admittance fee. So that's an option. I have done that in the past, and I will say you can certainly get a lot of houses done first thing, because some of the houses will open up at 5:30. Some of them even open up at, I think, 5:15 is the earliest I've seen. And then they stagger as they go, and you can really bang those houses out. That being said, it is still full daylight out, so it's not particularly feeling super spooky yet. A lot of the theme lighting isn't showing. It's still broad daylight. The sun doesn't go down until a little later at that time of year here. So I will say for me, something that I have an issue with is my eyes take some time to adjust. When I'm going from outside to the inside and the houses are pitch black, sometimes I feel like I miss a lot of the details at the beginning of the houses. And when I go through at night and I've already adjusted to everything, I really can see a whole lot more. So that's something to think about. If you're sensitive to that stuff like me, it would 100% be something to think about before you do purchase a Scream Early ticket. Now, that being said, there has been nights that I have gone through all 10 houses like as the sun was going down. So if you're trying to make it an early night, 100% go Scream Early and you'll have a great time. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, this speculation map. Which houses are you hoping to see? Drop it down in the comments, let me know. I want to know what your thoughts are, what you're hoping for. I'm going to start with what I think is most likely going to happen this year, and then we'll go down the line as to what we think is more along questionable and probably won't happen, but we can always hope. So, this is not confirmed. This is all speculation, but a lot of this does make sense, and you'll understand. So starting with the strongest one, we've got Jack and Oddfellow. Obviously are gonna have their own house, battling it out. If they don't, I mean, come on, that would just be crazy, right? Like it's gonna be such a, it's a shoo-in, right? They're the icons. We've had Stranger Things the last couple of years, I feel. So with the wrap of that whole series ending last year, I have a feeling we may see season 5 at this year's Halloween Horror Nights. If not this year, probably next year, because they have to, they gotta end it on a high note, and they've had a house for every other year, so why not the last season? Then they are also thinking that they might have another music house brought back this year, and who other to pay tribute to than the late great Ozzy Osbourne. So I think there's gonna be a music house this year, and my money is on Ozzy Osbourne. What do you guys think? So these are possibilities, but definitely not as solid as the other ones that we talked about. Evil Dead, always good, classic Halloween horror gore movie. There's also Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which has had an appearance at other horror nights before. Hasn't been in the last couple years, so I feel like that could definitely be a good time for them to bring that back. Maybe A Sinner's House. That movie got a bunch of awards this year, and spoiler alert, I believe, now I haven't actually seen the movie, but I believe it's about vampires. So what else is Halloween except for vampires? Yes. And finally, there's a few things on this map that are a little questionable. There's a Fortnite scare zone listed, which I'm not buying. But, dreamers can dream. I'm not going to rain on anyone's parade, but I would be very surprised because I don't think I've seen any kind of Fortnite stuff ever in the parks. So we shall see. And then a few of the original concepts feel more like placeholders than actual leaks. So as far as the icon houses, the biggest thing here is definitely Jack and Oddfellow. It's probably going to be the main house of the night. It's probably going to be most popular. It's probably going to dive into their history and how they connect. And for all the people who didn't do their research a couple years ago when he appeared, you're really going to get an inside look as to how these two came into each other's lives and fell in love. No, I'm just kidding. But I do feel like there is a fun story, and I am just so eager to really get into the depths of it. And this could actually end up being one of the most important houses in the history of Horror Nights, or at least that we've seen in a very, very long time. So overall, this season is looking like a little bit higher prices, big IP potential, and a heavy focus on HHN history, which if you're a fan of the event like I am, this is gonna be our year. I'm stoked to see all the lore, all the Easter eggs that they put out throughout the season, coming up to the actual start. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's only March. So now I wanna know what you guys think. Are you actually gonna go this year? Have you gone in the past? Which was your favorite year? Let me know down in the comments. I try to always respond to everybody, so let me know what you're thinking, and I would love to respond. All right, I think that's gonna wrap up our HHN 35 speculation update. I will be bringing you all of the latest and greatest information on this year's Halloween event. I'm so excited. I'm counting down the days already. Ooh, it's gonna be extra spooky. It's the 35th anniversary, you guys, so they're gonna go big. I know it. Thank you guys for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you do that, please. It's a free and easy way to support the channel, and I do appreciate it so much. We are so, so close to making our goal to be monetized on here. So you guys can help me out by watching any videos, leave comments, like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.